Welcome back to the channel. So normally on this channel I talk about the physical kind of side of martial arts or karate. This video is going to be a little bit different and I'm going to talk about the mental aspects. My sponsors Art Martial Clothing have asked me how I prepare mentally for a grading examination or a competition type situation. So we're going to talk about a few ideas there, how I prepare myself mentally in my competitive career or in times when I've been in those kind of situations. Before we go on then, check out Art Martial Clothing. They've got some really nice martial arts inspired casual or training gear. I'll put a link to their website in the video description with a discount code for you to get 20% off of your first order. So often the problem going into a grading or a competition is confidence levels. How do we become more confident in our performance and that we are able to do the job that we're expected? Confidence comes from preparation. So preparation starts from obviously further out. We can't start preparing mentally and physically for a competition or a grading examination in the week leading up to it. Work that we've done prior, in the months and even years leading up to that point is what gives us that mental confidence that we are ready to go for the event. We prepare mentally then. We need to first of all understand what is required of either the competition or the grading. What is the content? What are you expected to be doing on that day? Understanding that first of all puts you a level up because then you know what to expect and you can start to visualize what the event is going to look like and how it's going to feel like and what you're going to be doing in the lead up to that event. In the case of grading, you'll be looking at the syllabus and asking maybe your instructor, your sensei, what is required, what you need to be doing on that grading day in order to achieve a pass or the next belt. In terms of competition, it's about understanding the rule set. Maybe check out the venue, look at the venue online, see what the place looks like so you can really mentally prepare yourself for how everything's going to kind of look when you get there. The more informed you are before you get there, the more comfortable and more confident you're going to feel because you have rehearsed that day in your mind prior to the event. Leading up to the day then, so a little bit closer or shorter term mental preparation, again, it's just that kind of rehearsal, visualization, thinking about how is the event going to look, how are you going to feel. Try to go through the whole routine in the morning that you're going to be getting yourself ready, when you wake up and you have your breakfast, what you're going to have, how you're going to get ready, how you're going to get to the venue, all these kind of things so that nothing is a surprise. Everything you do is planned out, focused and rehearsed. Everything is done, nothing takes you by surprise. The kind of pressure that we put on ourselves before the event, like the grading or the competition, can really either psych you out or psych you up for the event. If you're going into the event thinking you must win, there's only one result that's going to be acceptable, and if you don't reach that, it's going to be a disappointment. If you go into the event expecting to perform at your best, then the result is a bit less important. You can go out there, if you performed your best, you can come away successful. Whether that's a second, third place or no place at all. If you've gone out there and performed your best, then that's a success. If you put too much pressure on yourself, that's when the pressure is going to come into your performance as well. You're going to start stiffening up, you're going to be nervous, and it's going to affect you negatively. Have fun with it a little bit. Enjoy the competition or enjoy the grading examination and treat it as another step along the way to your goals. Obviously the higher level we go, when you get to European and World Championship level, for example, things get a little bit higher pressure, but the same thing applies, We have to still enjoy the process, relax on the day and try to use that sort of nervous energy to boost our performance rather than to sap our energy and reduce our performance level. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel. You'll get regular karate, martial arts, gym, mindset content every week, and you can put in your requests and I'll try my best to get to them. Quite a common scenario is that we often have imposter syndrome. So we feel that we are not good enough to do what we're doing. I get it. Everyone gets it if they've been involved in sort of martial arts or anything really at a high level. You feel like you are maybe not good enough to be there. But if you look back at the evidence or the results in the past, you can justify your position, talk sense into yourself and realize that you do deserve to be there. If you're going for a black belt grading, you've passed all those belts on the way up to there, so you deserve to be at that point. So don't talk yourself out of that. If you're going into competition, whether at national level or international level, you've got yourself to that position and you deserve to be there. Look at your results in the past, if you've won things or if you've placed well. You know, take these little wins and convince yourself and tell yourself that you do deserve to be in that position, because it does creep up and it does get into your mind a little bit, you know, thinking you shouldn't be there or you're not good enough and all this kind of stuff. But let the results of the past convince you otherwise. Let me know in the comments what you do to prepare yourself mentally for whether it's a competition or a grading scenario, or even just to step onto the mat in training. Because every time we go into the dojo is a time we need to prepare mentally for learning and for the pressure of training as well. You know, we need to always be practicing that kind of mental aspect of stepping into the dojo. Let's get some advice down the bottom so people can listen to your advice as well, because obviously I don't know everything. Some of the things you say might help me out as well. So drop your comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Don't forget, also check out Art Martial Clothing, sponsors of this channel, and I'll see you next time.